Cole, it looked like your range was far too much for Andy, at least in the first two rounds. How comfortable were you striking in there?
I was very comfortable striking, and I was very comfortable fighting on the ground as well. I think he gave me a lot of problems in the middle portion, where he pushing you up against the cage, wearing you out like that. I had a very tough weight cut, and so the isometric hold, the constant maintenance of a single strong grip was very difficult. And as you saw in the fight, I did a lot of it, trying to whiz her on the cage and then with the body triangles on the back. So that gave me some problems.
Andy had much more success on the feet in the last round. Did you feel yourself slowing down at all, or was he just going for it in the final round a bit more?
Like I said, I don't want to go into the details, but I had a very extremely tough weight cut. So my legs were taken out of me.
Is it the sort of thing that would make you consider cutting to 145 again, or is it just a one-off? 145 is your home. You're going to stay here for your next fight.
145 is my home. This is where I want to be in the featherweight division. I'm looking for future fights in featherweight. I'm always interested in a catch weight. Hey, if UFC wants to put me at 185, I'll put some rolls of quarters or pounds, as you guys would say, and I'll get on the scale. I'm a martial artist first, but yeah, I want to stay at 145, but if they want to make some things happen at 55 or like catch weight at 50, I'll do it. I'm here to fight. I want to fight often as possible. I've had some issues in the past where you see me fight twice in a year. That's not my call. I've had a bunch of surgeries and things like that have kind of kept me from maintaining a more active lifestyle, and as you've seen, I've fought 3 times this year. I want to keep doing that.
One of your peers, I won't embarrass him by naming who, but we spoke to them today, and they said you're the epitome of a true fighter. It don't matter whether you win or lose, as long as you get to fight to your potential. Are you happy that you did that today?
Yeah, and I think that's awesome. Somebody would say something like that. Like I said, I'm a martial artist first, and look at me. I can't bench press. I got a weak ass vertical. My 40-yard dash is slow as, I'm a crap athlete. But I'm in here going with these guys that are stellar. So that's how I would describe myself as a martial artist. I don't got no kind of positive physical attributes going on for me, and I refuse to take supplements like a lot of these guys are on. You ain't gonna see me doing no TRT when I'm 40 years old or on no HGH and making excuses to take this kind of crap. So, I'm glad somebody would say something like that.
Cole Miller, major heel turn tonight, calling out every European fighter on the roster, especially Connor McGregor. Where does this come from? Is this to sell yourself as a fighter, maybe get more impressive fights in the future?
Sell myself? This is my 15th fight in the UFC. I'm over here looking at this guy. I know a show pony when I see one. And that's what Colin, whatever is like, Colin McGregor, Connor McGregor, I know that's what he is. Yeah, Connor McGregor. I see this guy walking around looking all GQ, flying to this place, flying to that place. I'm like, and then he's calling out my teammates, talking crap about Nick Lentz, talking crap about Dustin Poirier. It's like, those dudes will run through you. You didn't finish a 21-year-old kid with 8 MMA fights, and you're talking about being a top 10 contender. You haven't even tested yourself against no kind of fighter, especially not one like me, so you can get out of here.
Is that a fight you'd like to possibly take?
Yeah.
Fantastic performance, Cole. Did you feel your early submission attempts were close?
No, I wouldn't say close. Close is where I feel that my heartbeat go up like that. I didn't feel like any of them were close, but I could feel myself inching toward them, and I put myself in certain situations where I think maybe I should have had them. He was very well prepared. I was in the back talking to my jiu-jitsu coach, and I said that guy has a high-level understanding of jiu-jitsu. He wasn't matching jiu-jitsu versus jiu-jitsu with me, but he had great defense, and he understood hips, and his base was very impressive. And I thought that his control of grips and things like that, he had a very fine understanding of it, so props to him for that.
What's next for Cole Miller? What do you want to do next? Is there anyone in your eye line?
I want to fight. I don't want to fight no more 2 fights in a year. I'm here to work. I'm trying to represent myself, represent my company, which is the UFC, represent my team, which is American Top Team. Put me out there. I don't care if I'm fighting on TV or not. I just want respect of my colleagues, and I want some respect from the media,
So, and I hope I'm not putting words in your mouth, but it seems to me that that's what this statement is about, that you feel after 15 fights, and you've taken some scalps in those fights as well, you've been in some wars, do you feel you're not getting the respect that you deserve as a fighter?
I think maybe from the media. I think that I'm getting plenty of respect from fighters. I think when I walk into a room, everybody knows who I am. All the fighters are like, man, that dude's down, that dude's game. And I think that fans, at least the ones that train, they're like, that guy's got it going on. My jiu-jitsu coach says when this guy fights, pay attention to him. Because like I said, I'm the perfect example of what your average person that trains martial arts should be doing. I am your average guy. I don't got nothing special going on for me. You know, I'm not some phenomenal athlete. So I think that I get plenty of respect from, you know, people that are actually involved in martial arts. I think that the true fans, these UK fans have been dope. They're like, hey, we got to, I had plenty of people come to me, hey, we got to root for Andy because he's our guy. Yeah. But you know what? Good luck to you in your future. Props to you. We're big fans of what you do. So it's fans like that, like the UK fans and, you know, like some of these fans in other spots. Like those are the fans, they know what's up. The fighters all know what's up. And I just think, honestly, I don't mean to put y'all on blast, but I feel like these media, you know, I see a lot of these write-ups, and I don't feel like I'm getting any respect from them. And I think that you guys pay too much attention, and maybe that's your job, is to do what you're doing right now, is interview these winners, you know, like, but who says that I won this fight, you know? Like, when my last fight against Manny Gambarian, I felt I won that fight. And you know what? You guys did too, because I looked at every single website and every play-by-play, every single one said I won every single round. But you know what? This guy gets judged by some 50 and 60-year-old men and women that work for a boxing commission that get appointed positions, not elected. They are appointed by another guy that's appointed that was appointed by a guy that was elected. So like, I'm friends of a guy that's friends with the governor, and that's how I get this job. I never had no kind of martial arts training. I never had no kind of qualification course that says that I'm qualified to judge what it is that I'm watching. And this is crap. And fans are like, I hear fans say, oh, what's up with these UFC judges? First off, that's not a term that exists. There's no such thing as a UFC judge. Like, how would that even be ethical for a company to have these people I mean, that would be so corrupt with betting and things like that. These people are in your states. Their names are publicly given. They are on every single scorecard. So this is a responsibility for the fighters and for the fans. Write your commissioners, you know, write them and say, hey, this judge is unqualified. Media, y'all need to put these guys on blast more often. And you know, those judges are appointed, and so are those commissioners. So when you write those commissioners and still nothing gets done, write your governor. And then when they don't do nothing about it, elect a new governor. You know, it's crap. And I don't even mind this whole good old boy network with all these judges knowing a guy to know a guy. You know, if you own a company and you want to give me a job because you know me, I wouldn't argue that, but I better be qualified for the job. So I don't know if this is like something the fighters should do, make an association of some kind, and make it mandatory in every state that judges take this kind of course to get proven. But that's what I mean. It's all crap. I kind of got off the point, but I think that I made a whole nother one that's extremely valid. So you guys need to put that out there.
We've been told this last question, and I'm going to ask you, behind you, you've got a team and you've got sponsors. Is there anyone you'd like to shout at, anyone you'd like to name, anyone you'd like to say thank you to?
Just my team, American Top Team, IHP, you know, the guys at Rush Mixed Martial Arts, Triumph United, Versa Climber, El Sombrero, Fresh, you know, Donkey Power Injectors, a bunch of people. You know, I appreciate it. Check me out on Twitter at Cole Miller ATT. And thanks for everybody for the continuous support. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Cole.